Hey everyone, we're here at the Haven Village and we're doing an update for all of our residential members. It's December 2023.
And across the road here, as you'll all know, is the entrance to Zone 1, which is all of our existing infrastructure. So we're right at that crossroads. There's our mailbox down there, and so this is the Liberty Church Road that runs between. And so the creek is right behind us here, and the road is running up there. And this is the location of the Pioneer Village. And a number of reasons we're putting our makerspace over here, and which is going to serve as the zone for building out of the project in the beginning, and then it's going to transform its use later on as we move down the road, as we establish the Pioneer Village. And so this will be an open entrance. We're going to open this up, take down a lot of the gates and the fencing here, and open this up as a big entrance way. And where Imani's standing right now will be essentially a gate that we're going to put in here, like a nice gate, beautified, artistic, creative thing that will form like an entrance to this area. And then towards the creek there'll be another kind of moon gate or something interesting that will lead people down a pathway by the creek and all of that, which will lead to the Pioneer Village. So what we're doing now is we're preparing to do a lot of earthworks, and this was part of the zoning for the Vastu. So this is why we're building it here. There was actually few locations which would be able to not interfere and also have good road frontage access, because that's key for this kind of building. We've got deliveries, we've got all kinds of stuff, so we want immediate road access in here. So this will be like a delivery entrance. It'll serve as multiple entrances, and then back here is going to be the building location, about 80 foot from where I'm standing. You can see two pink flags, and then there's two parallel behind it, which are probably hard to see, which will be the building. And then up here we're going to excavate all this ground here up to these flags, down to grade, down to the level. So we have a flat area, and that's going to be a fairly big area. We could have some parking, and there could be some parking for guests, but mostly it'll be bringing in materials, deliveries, all that kind of stuff for this area here, for the workshop building. And then I see down the road it's going to have another beautiful purpose, which will be more aligned with the community vision. And so I'm stepping down this, so we don't have a huge retaining wall. We'll have a step down retaining wall with plantings and all kinds of stuff to make it really feel like it's part of the existing landscape. I really want to bring in the earth bags at this point, which is a great technique to create retaining walls. I use this technique in Turkey to create all the retaining walls on that property there, and they've served really well. We can plaster them, and we undulate the wall, so it has a more organic feeling rather than putting in big concrete blocks or something like that, which are very linear and feels very much like a commercial building. So it's really trying to integrate this project, this building and this area into the overall scheme. And then the facade of the building is going to be an arch, 40 foot wide by about 16 foot high, and we're going to hemp them end walls. So we're going to create them to feel like not like an industrial building, but more interesting and aesthetically pleasing.
So future gallery space, art space,
yeah,
pottery studios, farmers market.
And on the other side of this building, we're going to have I'm going to put a little split level in there, which will have like a place to come in. It'll have like more of a residential door, like a double doors or something, or a single door. Nice glass.
Because originally we were saying welcome center over here, so this is.
So that side will be more the welcome center
and kind of a showroom.
Right.
And then the Pioneer Village with
and there's
the
going to be another
structures on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Right. There's that clump of trees there, and these two trees here. There's going to be an access up to the road up there, and that's going to connect to the other access for the Pioneer Village, for the parking over there. So we're creating two more accesses from the road, which will make,
and then two tree barriers coming in the other direction, so it'll even
so
feel more
all of this
forested,
all of this
similar
earth
to what
that
we have over here.
that we're going to take out of the ground here, all of this ground, we're going to move that, truck it over there, and we're going to create where them trees are. We're going to build that ground up and create a natural barrier, like a natural slope that's going to come up high,
and also manage the water that's coming down there.
We're going to manage the water down to the creek, and then bring the road on this side. So the visibility from the residential, the Pioneer Village over there is really not going to be affected by this. Actually, it's going to add to it. It's going to add another dimension to this area, which actually is going to make it feel bigger. And that's the interesting thing about when you build. Actually, you create more space because you create purposeful space. And sometimes the negative space between buildings and other things like a retaining wall becomes a space that you can appropriate for all kinds of things. So there's like this beauty of like juxtapositioning a square building against like a curved landscape. So just wanted to share that with you. We're excited. We're going to start doing the excavation tomorrow. I was out here all day, all afternoon, meditating here, spending time really understanding the kind of flow of the land, the road coming in, and just, this is a permanent thing we're doing. So I really care about it. It's been kind of stressing me out because it's a big decision to do this, and I've been spending time out here. I marked it out a week ago, 3-4 days ago, and just been coming back, feeling into it, moving the flags, creating the step in the landscape. I think it's all really important. It's so easy just to go, you know, kind of stick something somewhere, but I think to understand how it's going to be used into the future is really important. And when we make these kind of commitments by putting concrete slabs down, it's kind of permanent. So I really want to make sure that there's a reason for all of it and it adds benefit, and I really feel like we've done that. So I'm looking forward to you guys all coming and seeing it, because we'll have a slab in and we'll get power in next, because once we get this slab in, that we can get power brought down here, and we can bring in, hopefully, I'm thinking 1,000 watts. We want to go commercial because we have a commercial building, and then we can possibly feed our infrastructure from here. So lots of cool things. Look forward to sharing more.